Well, welcome back to the channel, Old Cars, New Van.
How are you doing?
Well, good morning. We're at Wentworth Woodhouse, which if you've watched the channel for a long time, you'll know that this was our first big classic car show in 2023 with Eddie. So it's great to be back, this time going 80s with Sunny Jim. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see how the show pans out. Survivor Estate. Now we do have announcements obviously in these types of shows, so if that starts getting too impactful, I'll just put some music over to stop that being annoying, because I know I've had feedback in previous ones about the announcement sounds, but it is hard on a live show like this because obviously it's a busy, noisy environment. Very nice Shark Nose 6 Series. Lovely that. Another GTI, this time the 1.6. And I like what's next to it, the Honda Integra Type R. These are very sought after these days. XR3i. Very sharp. Very nice Lancia HF Integrale Turbo. So this is quite an interesting comparison because we've got the Bertone later Fiat X19 with the big bumpers next door to the original style bumpers. I mean, I think it's still a Bertone but at that age, but it's got the earlier Mark 1 sort of bumpers on it. It's quite interesting to compare the two next to each other and the profile of the fronts of the cars. Yeah, the Mark 1 has it easily, doesn't it? For prettiness. So a shout out to John Coupland. Look what I found. I hope that's not you in the sunroof, sir. But yeah, we have a Proton. Excellent. Yes, obviously enthusiast, because he's got the fantastic. These are great survivors. And shout out to Steph as well, as I drive a classic. I know you like these. So next to this fantastic split screen bus, what's lurking when people are obviously quite understandably looking very closely at it. We'll get to it in a moment. This amazing BMW 3-litre CSL. That's the interior on this 3-litre CSL. Wow, rare sight. That is amazing. Beautiful Porsche 924S as well. Yeah, the Le Mans Special Edition. Magnificent early Saab 900 here. It really is beautiful. Wow. So we've got a couple of British classics here, a Viva HA and then the Morris, lurking on the back row with the Americans. So we're going to have a walk of this line. It is very busy, so it is quite hard to film. I love this Plymouth. I really like that. This is my mate's Mick's truck. We'll have probably a closer look at that later because he's currently in conversation. I think that's the Road Runner. But yeah, great turnout of American cars at the back of the field. The ubiquitous police cars, which we always get at these shows. So I promised earlier we'd come back to my mate Mick's truck, this GMC. So what year is it, Mick?
1948.
Wow, 1948. And as you can see, it is, well, how would you describe it, Mick?
Original.
Original, yeah.
It tells a story.
Absolutely.
If it could.
It could. It's not on air, is it? It's low.
No, it's shortened springs at the front.
Yeah.
And it's had an axle swap at the back.
Right.
So they're on top of the springs.
Yeah, fantastic.
That's why it's low.
That's fantastic. Let's have a look at the interior. Oh, look at this. So is this the original colour?
Yes, it is.
Fantastic.
It's been freshened up.
Yes. And you've got big plans for this truck, haven't you?
I have, yeah. So at this moment in time,
Yeah.
I'm building a shack to go on the back, so I can use it as a camper. It will jack up so I can drive out from under it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I am going to shamelessly plug my YouTube channel that I launched yesterday.
You launched the YouTube channel yesterday.
Called Trucky Travels.
Trucky Travels, you heard it here first, folks.
Okay,
please like and subscribe.
Please, yeah. So I put the first episode out yesterday, and I'll be putting more out. The more you say I'd like to see more, the more I will put on.
Fantastic. So, and we'll put a link in the description as well to your channel. So hopefully people will go over and have a look.
Brilliant, thank you very much.
Thanks, Mick. Thanks for showing us this great truck. I love it.
Cheers.
So we've been here a couple of hours now and it's actually filled up. It's quite crowded, loads of people looking around. We're going to see in a while whether we're going to go in the 80s ring and try our luck in there. Weather's not brightened up all that much, but still turning out to be a pretty good show.
2 litre GT automatic early Capri, very nice. The parking seems to have gone all over the place because this is actually parked in the 2000 section. The mighty Austin Healey. That's lovely. And I think we're predominantly back in the 80s again now on this row because we've got a really smart 84 on the A Mercedes 300 TD with a 1.9 Peugeot 205 GTI next to it. Big show. So we're going to try and film the 60s row here, starting with this Cortina. Again, we may be thwarted by announcements in the background. The estate. Quite unusual angle because it's the estate, that's not the row. It's the most common one you see. It's great. And then a sort of modified one that's going all Lotus next to it. A lovely Austin Healey 3000 parked next to the magnificent two-tone Rover. That's lovely. Obviously badged as 3 litre at this age. Very nice little Mini. Apologies again for the announcements in the background, but it's just non-stop, so we can't filter that out. And then a Mark 1 Triumph. That's lovely. That's really nice. You do see the Mark 2s around, but less of the Mark 1s. That's great to see. That's beautiful MG saloon. That's lovely. Fantastic Cortina E. Really nice. And then who'd have thought it, after I said you don't see many Mark 1s, another Mark 1 Triumph.